Hello? Let me read it in. Let's see if that worked. I think that worked. Hello? Hello, everybody. We'll get started in just a couple minutes. Make sure that you have a strap or a rolled up towel for the class this evening. So get myself set up here. So how is everybody doing this evening? Hope you enjoyed. It was quite sunny here. We gotta go outside and take advantage of the sun. Try to get some sun on the skin that's not covered in your winter jacket. So making sure that you do have your strap nearby. We will get to some poses using that this evening. We're going to focus on doing our breath work again, and then doing some gentle stretches and back into the breath work and meditation at the end of the class. So once again, my name is Julianne, and welcome to my yoga class. I hope that this will help heal and serve you in any way that you need it to this evening or tomorrow or the next day or whenever you watch this, morning, day, or night. Well, we'll get ourselves started. It's just before 7:30, so we can get ourselves into our starting position, sitting up tall. So we want to move the flesh from our seated bones. Lengthen through the spine. Imagine someone's lengthening us right from the top of the head, maybe pulling us towards the ceiling. We're going to bring our shoulders again towards our ears and let them roll down the spine. Sitting up tall. Take a moment. We can close the eyes. Let's notice how our breath is this evening. So as we inhale, we're just allowing ourselves, again, this moment, this opportunity to become aware of our breath. As we exhale, again, becoming aware. And as we take our next breath in with the eyes, it can be, of course, open or closed. We're going to let the right ear drop towards the right shoulders. We're feeling that stretch into the left side of the neck this evening. Let's take a deep breath in. We're sitting tall, keeping that strong core. And then as we exhale, we're getting that ear a little bit closer to the shoulder. So that beautiful stretch into the neck, shoulder, maybe into the upper back. As we exhale, we'll gently release, coming back through center. Take a moment, shake that out, and we'll do the other side. So we'll let the left ear drop towards the left shoulder, feeling that beautiful stretch through the right side. Let's move my chair a little bit there. Continuing, we're going to hold this for just another few moments here. Breathing in to the neck. Feeling, again, that wonderful stretch. So as we inhale, we imagine maybe we can lengthen through the neck. As we exhale, maybe get that ear a little bit closer to the shoulder. Notice the breath. Let's start to come into those deep, full breaths again this evening. It's evening. And then as we exhale, we let that go. Another deep, full breath here. And then as we exhale, we'll bring ourselves back through center. Perfect. Let's drop our chin to the chest, stretch it right into the shoulders, the back of the neck. As we inhale, we prepare, exhaling. Imagine we can get ourselves a triple chin, double chin, the chin towards the chest. Stay with our breath. Let's take a deep, full breath in. Feel the lungs start to expand this evening through the front, the sides, the back of the body. So we exhale, the chin might be able to get a little bit closer to the chest. One more deep, full, expansive breath. Inhale into the chest. Don't forget the belly. You want to try to get the breath into the belly, into the sides of the body, into the back. Just that full breath. And then let that go. As we inhale, we'll gently bring that head back through center. Take a moment, stretch it out. Perfect. Let's do a couple of our seated cat and cows. And we're going to let our legs come straight to start this evening. So let the legs come straight. Sitting up tall, I'm sitting like long. Just make sure that you are moving the flesh through seated bones, so you've got that elongation through the spine. As we inhale, we're going to place our hands, or so first let's rotate the hands overhead. So inhale, rotate the hands overhead. Exhale, place the hands onto the thigh. Sitting up tall. We're going to inhale, open the chest, let the chest come forward, let the tailbone go back. This is our cow variation. And then as we exhale, we round our chin to the chest, rounding the spine. Let's continue following the breath. Inhaling, opening, let the chest, the shoulders go back, the tailbone goes back, opening through the front of the body. And then as we exhale, we're letting the breath go. You can close the eyes or get gently gaze forward. Feel the breath again come into the body, into the chest, into the belly, opening through the entire front of the body. And then as we exhale, we're letting that breath go, feeling the spine move, the vertebrae starting to flow, creating space between each vertebrae as we come through this beautiful dynamic pose. Inhaling and exhaling. On the next inhale, we're going to sit up tall and we're going to grab our strap. So hopefully we've got our strap right next to us nearby. We're going to place it around the top of our feet. Sitting up tall, again, shoulders away from the spine, shoulders away from the ears, keeping an elongation through the spine, strong core. We're going to bend at our hips. So a little bend in our knees. We're going to bend at the hips, bringing the torso towards the thighs, gazing towards the feet. Let's stay here for a few moments. We're going to keep that flat back. So we want to try to avoid rounding too much. There might be a little bit of a round in the spine, but we want to try to keep it flat. Most of the bend is coming right from the hips. Let's take another deep breath in. And then as we exhale, we're going to release the strap. If you want to use a strap, you can, but we're going to release it. We're going to let our torso fall right over our thighs. Let the hands land wherever, chin to chest. Exhale. As we inhale, let the torso expand. Deep breath in. We're consciously trying to fill the front of the body, into the belly, into the obliques, into the back of the body. And then as we exhale, we're getting a little bit closer to expand through the front, the sides, the back of the body. And then as we exhale, all the air is slowly dissipating, just letting it go. One more deep, full breath. Let the torso expand. Notice how you come away from your thighs. And then as we exhale, we're getting a little bit closer, sinking towards the legs. Deep breath in. Let's sit up tall, lengthen through the spine. And we're going to add a twist. Let's rotate our arms overhead, lengthening the body. Exhale as we twist to our right. We'll let our right hand land on our left thigh. Left hand land behind us, lengthening through the torso. And then as we exhale, we can bring the gaze over the shoulder or maybe behind us. Inhale, feel the belly expand. Maybe again, we're visualizing internally. The belly, the torso expands, the balloon inside. And then as we exhale, we'll gently unwind, following the breath. Let's take another deep inhale, lengthen through the arms. Exhale, we'll twist to the opposite side. Let this time the right hand land on the left hip, on the left thigh, left hand by the hip, keeping that strong back. So the hand, of course, will be tense or flat. We just want to keep that elongation in the spine. Let the gaze go over the shoulder, and again, we're picturing or imagining the balloons expanding through the front, into the belly, into the sides of the body. Deep, full breath. And as we exhale, gently releasing back through center. Excellent. Let's make our way down to lying on our mat. We're going to keep our strap nearby. We're going to do some really beautiful stretches into our legs from the floor. So coming onto the floor, lying on your back, whatever feels most comfortable to make it down. Maybe rock the back out, drawing some circles with your knees. And then we're going to grab our strap or rolled up towel, scarf, anything in this that is quite long and you could place around your feet. I'm keeping my socks on because it's nice and warm and I'm not standing, so I'm going to use my socks and keep those on this evening. We're going to grab the strap. We're going to let the legs start to extend, bringing the legs towards the ceiling. So very similar to yesterday where we did legs up the wall. This is our candlestick pose. Making sure the shoulders are rocked under, the right and the left, so the chest is open. The chin is slightly tucked. So we've got that elongation through the spine. And a little bend into the knees just to avoid locking that joint. Take a deep breath in again, and let's come back to the breath. You're going to visualize that balloon expanding through the front, sides, the back of the body. Let the torso expand. And then as we exhale, notice or imagine that you can just melt like butter into the floor. We're going to stay here for a few more moments. Another deep, full breath. Let the breath come into the chest, into the belly, into the sides of the body. Feel and notice how you start to come off the mat. Deep breath in. And then again, just let the breath slowly dissipate. So what we're going to do here, we're going to keep the right leg with the strap. We're going to let the left foot come down to the floor. Now to start, the knee can be towards the ceiling and the leg can be bent. But we do want to make sure that we're going to be able to have enough space to lengthen the leg out after. So we're going to bend that right leg, bring it a little bit closer to our torso, extending the right leg towards the ceiling. Imagining we could step flat onto the ceiling, our roof. Shoulders again are still rocked under. The shoulders are away from the ears, and we've got the slightly tucked chin. Deep breath in. We're going to grab the strap into the same hand as leg, so it should be into the right hand. We're going to let that leg start to gently open up. At the same time, the left arm is going to come out to the side into kind of the half T, and we're going to keep our left hip grounded. So we want to only open as far to that side as we can keep control of our left hip. So left hip isn't floating up. The shoulder is flat to the mat. If it feels a little bit better, bend the knee. You can bend the knee and open up. So let's stretch into the groin, into the hip. We're creating space again this evening. That is our focus. Just gently creating more space. And then as we've been doing this evening, let's come back to the breath. Maybe back to the visualization of our balloon. So maybe imagining that right in the middle of our torso is a balloon. And as we inhale, that is our lungs expanding. So to expand through the front, into the belly, into the sides of the body, even into the back. The lungs are huge. They encompass most of the torso. Just deep, full breath. And then let the exhale slowly, gently escape through the nose or the mouth. Let's take another deep inhale. And then as we exhale, strong core muscles as we bring the leg back through center, bringing the leg is either straight or bent. Take a moment here, and we're going to grab the strap into the opposite hand. So it was opening to the left, so we're going to grab the strap with the right. And then we're going to let the leg, again, it can be straight or bent, whatever feels appropriate. So you let the leg gently start to float over towards the left side. So don't worry about the left leg this time. It can kind of flop over a little bit. The right arm is what we want to be concerned about. We want to keep that right shoulder flat to the mat. So maybe a cowboy surrender, so at 90 degrees or flat out. So keep that shoulders flat to the mat. And we're going to feel that stretch into the spine, the lower back, hips, glutes, all that juicy area. So you can play with it, whether it feels better to extend, lengthening through the leg with a little bend in the knee, or if you prefer to have it bent. So it's fine where you want to go. And let's take a few deep breaths here. Once again, we're imagining the balloon expanding through the front, into the belly, into the sides of the body, the obliques, and into the back. See if the exhale can be just a little bit longer than our inhale as we let that breath slowly escape. Let's take another deep, full breath in. Feel the entire torso expand with that beautiful, deep breath. And then letting that go. One more breath here. Feeling that wonderful deep stretch into the hips, glutes, spine, back, groin. And then as we exhale, we're going to prepare. We're going to use the core muscles. Belly button to spine, pulling up on the pelvis. Try to use the midsection to assist bringing the leg back through center. We're going to grab the strap with both hands once again. Let's take a moment lengthening the right leg towards the ceiling for just an extra moment. For a little bit of a challenge, we can let go of our strap. Just let the leg kind of be up here and supported for a few moments. And then gently let it come down to the floor. Let's take a moment here, shake it out. Notice how that feels. It'll probably feel very much like that side is a little bit longer than the other. So we're going to go right into the other side. So when you're ready, let's bring both feet back into the strap. We'll start with our candlestick pose once again. So the strap right around both feet, lengthening the legs, little bend in the knees, feeling again that beautiful stretch into the back of the legs. And doing this as well is very therapeutic, just like we did with the legs at the wall, where you're going to get the reverse blood flow, very soothing to our nervous system and calming. And then, of course, with these added deep breaths, we're adding that wonderful ability to get into the lungs to create a stronger immunity and more space. So just a lot going on that's so good for us while we do this pose, and all these poses really. When you're ready, this time let's leave our left foot up because we want our right leg come down. Again, it might be bent to start, but we do want to have enough space to lengthen the right leg out. Making sure those shoulders are still rocked under, so the chest is open, the right and the left shoulder are rocked under. And the chin is slightly tucked. Let's take another deep breath here. And then as we exhale, this is our moment, we're going to open up our leg like it's a book. So again, you can open it straight up to the left side, or if it feels more appropriate, bend the knee as you start to open up to the left. This time, we're keeping that right hip grounded. The right arm is flat to the mat. We can be gazing away from the leg if we want, or towards the ceiling, whatever feels appropriate. And we're feeling, again, that wonderful stretch into the groin, hips, back, leg, wherever you're feeling it. And when you're here as well, you can play around with the leg being bent, or maybe trying to extend it, pointing those toes towards the top of your mat. And then once more, let's take those deep, focused breaths. Inhale, feel and notice your balloon or your lungs just expanding, making that effort to fill up the chest, the belly, the sides, the body, the obliques, into the back. Let the exhale be slow and extended. Let's take another 2 more focused breaths, breathing into the lungs. Notice how the lungs start to expand. And again, we're not forcing it, we're being gentle. So if we can't quite feel it go into the belly or the obliques or the back, we just imagine the breath goes there as we take the breath in. And we let that go. We'll take another deep, focused breath, bringing in that visualization, filling up our lungs with this beautiful breath. The entire torso expands, and then as we exhale, we're going to prepare to transition. So we're gonna activate those core muscles, belly button to spine, pulling up on the pelvis. Use the mid-core area to assist bringing the legs back up to center. Take a moment here, and then we're gonna let our left leg head over towards the right. Again, bend the knee if you need to, or keep the leg straight. Let's bring that left arm flat, so the shoulder is flat to the mat, either cowboy surrender at 90 degrees or out straight. And the gaze can be, once again, wherever feels most appropriate. Feeling, again, this beautiful stretch down to the hip and the glutes specifically will be really targeted here. And those deep breaths. Inhale, feel, notice, or imagine the lungs expanding through the torso, the belly, the sides of the body, into the back of the body. Let the exhale slowly escape. See if it can be a little bit longer than the inhale. 2 more times, another deep, full breath. Slow, gentle exhale. Last focused breath. Feel, notice the entire rib cage expands with the inhale. And expels on the exhale. When you get to the bottom of the exhale, we're going to activate those core muscles once again. Belly button to spine, pull up on the pelvis, and let the core assist, bringing the leg back through center. Let's bend the knee a little bit. We'll bring both feet back under the strap. Once again, extending for just an extra moment here in our candle pose. And then we will release the strap. Let both legs stay up this time, giving yourselves a little bit of a challenge. And when you're ready, let them come down to the floor and lengthening through the legs. Awesome. So from here, let's take a quick twist, and then we're going to get into our final meditation. So let's bring those knees into the chest. Let's draw some circles onto the ceiling, releasing the back. And we'll come into my favorite twist this evening. We're going to place our left foot on the mat. We're going to bring our right leg across the left leg. We're going to ground that left foot on the mat, lift the hips up, let the hips head over to the right, and the knees are falling to the left. So really what we're doing here, again, left foot's grounded, right foot comes across, like we're just crossing our legs. We grounded that left foot, we lift the hips up, we slide the hips away from us, the opposite direction of the knees, so that should be to the right. The knees are falling to the left. We bring our arms out to cowboy surrender, so they're at 90 degrees or out to a T, so they're straight out. And we're gazing away from the knees. If there's space, the left hand can come to the top of the right thigh, and we can gently use that weight to assist taking us a little bit deeper. Let's take our deep breath once again. Inhale, let the torso expand. Feel the breath come into the torso, the belly, obliques, back of the body. Let the breath slowly go. As always, when you're bringing this breath in, if you don't quite feel it, just imagine and send the intent of the breath to create space into the entire lungs, which would be the chest, into the belly, into the obliques, and into the back of the body. I've spoken about this many times in my classes, my on-site classes, about how the body doesn't know the difference between when you imagine things and when you actually do those. Let's take another deep, full breath here. And then if your left hand is on the top of the right thigh, you can release it. We're going to use those core muscles to bring ourselves back through center. Gently unwind the legs, take a moment, shake it out, and then we'll do the other side. So let's ground the right leg this time, bring the left leg across. Right foot is grounded. We lift those hips, the hips slide to the left, the knees slide, the knees drop to the right, The arms come to that cowboy surrender or out to a T once again. And we can bring the right hand to the top of the thighs, we gaze away from the legs. So with the vision, that's how professional athletes will train, is imagining their entire event as if it's exactly how it would be and they're in that moment. So using visualization is a very powerful tool. So even if we can't quite feel something, if we can visualize or imagine or intend it, it'll get easier and easier for us to start to create that space. So we'll take another focused breath, breathing into the chest, the belly, the obliques, the back of the body. Feel the breath come in. Notice how it leaves on the exhale. Another deep, full breath here. Slow, gentle exhale. Last time, again, feel, notice, visualize your lungs. Maybe that balloon expanding through the chest, the belly, the side of the body, into the back of the body. And then as we exhale, we gently dissipate, letting all the breath go. This next breath, we're going to activate those core muscles once more this evening, assisting us to bring ourselves back through center, belly button to spine, pull up by the pelvis, bring yourself back through center, rock it out, draw some circles onto the ceiling. And we're going to transition into our Savasana for our final resting and meditation. So let the legs come straight or bent, whatever feels good. Grab anything to make yourself a little bit comfortable. Coming to a lying position. Now in this lying position, we're going to rock our left and our right shoulders under. Let the chin slightly tuck, elongating the spine. Let the back of the arms be supported by the floor or the mat. Let the feet just kind of flop open wherever they flop to and let them release. And we'll take another deep, focused breath. Let the lungs completely expand. Again, maybe visualizing it if you can't quite feel it, expanding through the front, the sides, the back of the body, creating space, creating ease, creating this opportunity with this breath. And then as we exhale, we're just going to slowly extend this exhale. See if we can make it as long as possible as we feel ourselves just floating and melting into the floor. Almost like we're dissolving. As we take the next breath in, we're just going to notice how this feels to completely release and relax the body. Notice how the feet are relaxed and released. The ankles on both the left and the right side. The shins, the calves on both legs. The quads, the front of the legs, the hamstrings, the back. They're completely released and relaxed. Our hips, the lower back, the abdominals have given up and fully released. The lower abdominals, the mid-belly, the chest, the mid-back, the upper back, the shoulders, the entire torso has completely released and relaxed. The arms, both the left and the right, the shoulders, the biceps, the triceps, the forearms, the back of the arms, our wrists, each finger is completely released and relaxed. The neck, the front, the back, the sides of the neck, the head, coming into the chin, the jaw, the cheeks, the brow, the front, the back, the entire head and neck are completely released and relaxed. Just allow the breath to be at its natural pace as we notice how it feels to be completely released and relaxed in this moment. And as we take our next breath in, we notice how the breath comes in and it's a healing, bright, crystalline breath, maybe gold or yellow. And as we take our next breath in, we just notice how that comes into our being. We see it come into our throat, down our esophagus, into our lungs, this beautiful, bright, golden light expanding into the entire rib cage, belly, obliques, back of the body. Feeling that beautiful healing energy completely expand our lungs. And then as we exhale, anything we didn't need is being encouraged out as the golden light stays here resonating within our lungs. We take another breath in, more of this beautiful, healing, soothing golden light comes into our balloon or into the lungs, the front, the belly, the obliques, the back. And with the exhale, that which is not needed gently dissipates with the breath. On this next breath, with this inhale of this golden, bright, healing light, we'll bring the intent of love, centeredness, and healing. We notice all that energy that's associated with love, healing, connection, is being drawn in with our beautiful healing breath, coming into our being. And that which does not resonate with that energy is being dissipated and released with the exhale. As we continue to take breaths in, we get more of this healing, bright, soothing white light or golden light. It comes in, filling up all of our body. So now it starts to expand through the lungs, into the torso, to the arms, the legs, the head. The entire body is being filled through each breath with this golden healing light. And our exhales are taking anything that's not needed away. On this next breath, as we bring in this golden healing breath one final time here, we just let it resonate. We let it sit. We hold it within us with this intention that we can bring this energy, this space, this release and relaxation and healing into our being and into our body at any moment and at any time we need to. We just let this energy just be absorbed, letting ourselves just melt away into this vibration. We start to release this energy, letting go, sending it out with the intent that it's there to help, heal, and serve all those around us and beyond us. Knowing that as energetic beings, just sending out that intention changes everything. And as we take another deep breath in, we start to bring ourselves back to our body, wiggling our fingers and our toes. When you're ready, stretch in any way that seems appropriate. Arms and legs, mindful of the space around you so you don't hit anything that might be nearby. And we'll gently make our way over to our right, coming into our recovery pose. We'll take another deep, beautiful, expansive, spacious breath here. We'll let the lungs expand even fuller than you did this evening. This is the most expansive breath you can get in. And then gently let that go. And we're going to take the idea of when once again. What's important now? And notice what comes up when you bring that into your focus. What's important now, in this moment, and in this opportunity? And with that, we'll slowly start to make our way up through to seated. And of course, your eyes can be closed or gently gaze forward. And as we take a next breath in, we're going to let those arms start to come up towards the ceiling. Let the hands touch as we bring them to a heart center. As we come back to this moment, back to our room, back to this reality, we thank ourselves for taking this opportunity to practice, and each other, whether we're watching it live right now, or this was live and you're watching it after the fact. Thank you for participating and being part of this. Namaste. Once again, I hope you enjoyed this. I would really love some feedback. You can put some messages on the YouTube. Let me know what kind of things you would like to do. If there's any poses you'd like to do or any type of specific yoga classes, I could definitely put together. But I do prefer, and my favorite is doing this type of style where we do very, very gentle, soothing opening stretches with, of course, the guided meditation and breath work. I find for myself that I love that, so that's what I love teaching. But if there's anything you would like to see, let me know. I am planning going forward that Mondays for sure will be seated yoga class. It'll be including 2 chairs, and it'll be for all levels, and it's going to be chair yoga class. That's going to be happening Mondays, and I'm planning to do that Monday mornings. And I might do another Monday night class as well, I'm not sure. And I will be back Sunday. I don't know if I'll do a live tomorrow. Kind of depends on how my Saturday turns out. But I will definitely be back for Sunday. And then my plan for Monday is a seated chair yoga in the morning, and then probably another one in the evening. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that works out. So again, let me know. Please write in the comments, like, share, subscribe, and please do share this with your friends, especially if you do think that this is of any benefit. I want this to go out there. This is the opportunity that we can help heal and serve each other. And if this can help anybody, I want it to help. And thank you again for watching and being part of this. And we will see you again, if not tomorrow, for sure on Sunday. Namaste.